A Plaguelands media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media, so cheers to that. Very happy to bring you part one of a hopefully two-part movie review. This is a Ian Van Gamet pick, and today we are looking at the John Boorman classic, the 1981 Excalibur. Sorry for the music in the background. Today I'm recording this. It's in fact Buddha's birthday, and we live right next door to a Buddhist temple, so there you go. Now, John Boorman quite famously directed Deliverance. He directed Exorcist II, The Heretic, a few other movies, but Excalibur is far and away his shining grace. It is a fantastic dark fantasy film that follows the Arthurian legend, the Thomas Mallory version of La Morte d'Arthur, but with its own spin on it. We get into a lot of that in this part one movie review, so I'm not going to mince words here. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you've seen the film, if you haven't seen the film, if you're interested in Arthurian legend, we want to hear from you. So this is myself, Mr. Ian Van Gamet, and Dr. Luke Carman, and our part one movie review of John Boorman's Excalibur.
Watch a fucking film. Watch a fucking film. People.
Okay. Hey everyone. Of course, Plaguelands Media here. You know who we are. Not going to introduce ourselves, but we are going to talk about a fantastic film. This is an Ian Van Gamet pick, so he gets to introduce it.
Oh, goody. This is in my top 5 of all time.
Wow.
So it was actually quite good to watch it again. Don't watch it for a while. And I forgot to take down what year it was made. 1980.
81.
What? 81. Excalibur.
Is it based on anything?
Yes, it is, Hugh.
I think we were just
the
talking
name,
about
the name of the book eludes me at this point in time.
La Morte d'Arthur.
Now, I'm going to
Blom-
assume, and when I say assume, Ian and I were talking about this before, that you're the only one out of the three of us who's actually read that text.
Yes, I have.
And once Hugh reads it and reviews it for the channel, then I would have read it.
Yeah, that's right.
I read it at university when I studied medieval literature.
Yeah, I feel
because any self-respecting man that wants a job in a woman takes medieval literature as a fucking elective class. That's just a given.
Oh yes, it's a romance.
So
classic.
How'd that work out for you? Probably the same.
Let's not get into it. Let's make that the next video.
I was gonna say probably as successful as us going to the Three Monkeys playing Magic the Gathering and opening boxes of magic cards,
or being confronted by the bouncer at the Three Monkeys, who basically said, "What's in your bag? Oh, you guys aren't getting laid tonight."
It was just a statement of fact.
I think I had a Batmobile. I had comic books and a Batmobile toy, if I remember correctly.
I do remember. So, for those of you that don't know, Excalibur is, well, there's two ways to look at this, because you have the sword that comes from the Lady of the Lake,
mm-hmm.
and then you have the story of the Sword and the Stone.
Yeah.
And in some cases, they're two different swords. The Sword and the Stone is an Excalibur, and the sword from the Lady of the Lake is Excalibur. But then in this movie, the swords are one and the same.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's kind of
Mm.
see, I know it's is it Thomas Mallory, the author of the Death of Arthur? Is
Yes.
that the program? So I've never read that. The only there were a few sources for me for one is just cultural osmosis, getting dribs and drabs of it here and there. The other was is it the Disney film The Sword in the Stone?
Yep. The sword and the
Remember
stone.
that?
Yep.
I loved that as a kid.
Never seen it.
You haven't seen it? Well, is it
No.
is it Excalibur in that queue? Is it? It's the Sword in the Stone story, obviously, but is it Excalibur? I can't remember.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Okay, well,
It's been so long since I've seen the sword and the stone.
I loved it as a kid. It tells the story really well. I mean, as far as I know. But the other one is I don't know if either of you remember this. Back in the day, so late 80s, early 90s, there was a game on
Hold
the
on a second. Oh, yeah,
PC
we're still
called
recording.
Camelot.
Yeah, I remember Camelot.
Remember it? Camelot, and it told the story, basically the whole story of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. But so I got a lot of from that. It was like an RPG
Yeah.
game along the same lines of King's Quest and Hero's Quest and all that.
Do you remember Defenders of the Crown?
Oh no, I don't remember that.
That had a little bit of Arthurian stuff, mainly Robin Hood, but there was some Arthurian stuff thrown in there as well.
Okay. Well, as a bit of background as well, I don't know if you guys came across this. I read this. I did, some really minor basic research about the film, just because I was curious, really. And apparently it started in its development as an attempt to adapt The Lord of the Rings. So some of the design,
Ah.
and I don't know what, they don't go into detail. I can't find detail about it anyway. But some of the designs that ended up in the film were planned for Lord of the Rings. So I thought that was interesting, and
Kind
because
of cool.
yeah, and because there are a lot of overlaps really with, I think a lot of the Lord of the Rings obviously drew on the Arthurian myth and legend. Merlin and Gandalf, they have a lot in common, I think. They're similar figures in a lot of ways, and maybe even in this
Manipulators.
film. Yeah, exactly. They're manipulators. That's their main role, I suppose. And this Merlin is he gets directly involved in war and all that kind of shit. So he's different to some. I don't know what the Merlin was like in the original text because I haven't read it. Hugh, I don't know if you can off the top of your head give a contrast or whatever.
He was a manipulator, but I don't think to the extent that this Merlin was. He was more an advisor.
Right. Okay. And I've never seen the Merlin TV series. I don't know if either of you guys saw that. But
I've seen the Merlin.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Is it what? Is it any good? Do you know?
The bits I saw.
It's good like the Robin Hood TV series was good, or the Three Musketeers TV series was good.
Okay. All right. So I'm coming to this film with that background of knowledge. Very patchy, very minimal.
So for me,
I know the myth mostly from this film, to tell you the truth.
For me, I'm coming from it from always been fascinated with Arthurian legends. I literally saved up money to buy this giant book of it was Arthurian legend and paintings that went along with it, and
cool.
I ended up giving it to this girl I liked who I never spoke to again, so that was fucking worth my time and effort. But anyway, let's get back to, but I'm pretty familiar with it. The thing that disappointed me about Excalibur, this is the one thing that disappointed me about Excalibur. Well, There are two things, but one of them we will come up to as we talk about the film. There was no Sir Gawain and the Green Knight.
Okay.
Like that's a
Okay.
huge part of Arthurian legend is Sir Gawain, and he meets. There's a whole freaking movie made about it, for crying out loud.
Well, it's interesting because one of the other things I came across is in a Wikipedia reading basically is that this film was supposed to be 3 hours long.
And
I
you
could-
know what? Thinking about it, it probably should have been, because
Yeah,
my biggest issue with the film, especially the third scene, chapter, whatever you want to call it,
the third act of the
it's
movie.
third act, it's too short.
Yeah,
It does not explain
It-
anything, really.
we
It
don't
just follows
get
one night.
we don't
Yeah.
get time jumps. That's what pissed me off.
Mm.
Is we don't know. Okay, this happened here, and then it's like 10 years later, 15 years. We don't get that. We're just like, here's Arthur as a boy. Now he's got a beard. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Is
that
it
beard
is
turns
it an ad-
grey.
Is it an ad for Gillette? Like what?
That is one of the look. This is not a perfect film. I love it. It's a strange film in a lot of ways. There's things about it that it's eccentric, and that's part of its charm as well.
Merlin's accent.
Oh yeah. Merlin's. It's. I will definitely get into this, but Nicole Williamson, strange name for a man. Nicole Williamson absolutely fucking steals the show.
Oh yeah,
He
for
is
sure.
just-
For sure.
He's my favorite Merlin.
To be honest, I
ever.
think Arthur is probably the least interesting character in the whole film.
Yeah.
I would disagree with both of you until the, and I'm jumping ahead, but it doesn't matter. Until the end of the movie, Lancelot is the least interesting character. Sorry,
Actually,
Lancelot
that's a
of
good
the
point.
Lake. Lancelot of the Lake is the least interesting character until we get to the third act of the film, and then you're like, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, I get that.
I kind of I agree with you, and I think that works for the story. You know, like the fact that Lancelot is an archetype. He is, you know, he's not a normal person. He doesn't have the kind of character that some of the other knights have, because he's a level above them. It's kind of like a superhero in a way.
It's the one line, dude. It's the one line where I just went, no. I've tried that line on so many women and it doesn't work. It's the one line. We'll get to that though. We'll get to that later.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but as with everything, Lancelot does it better. He just does it better than everyone else. What works for him does not work for us. You know, that's
You just got to look at his ass. That's
Oh
a nice ass.
Oh my god! There was one scene where I honestly thought, when he was running up a hill, there was a turd hanging out of his butt, and he was just wanting to take a shit.
That's probably his ball sack.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
I did.
You know what?
One of the other things that came across in my research about that scene, the nude scenes, is
god,
because they filmed it in
the ass scene.
No, well,
I can't wait to see your browsing history.
Well, it's it's private, but it was freezing. They filmed it in Ireland, and it was absolutely freezing. And they both actors elected to do it fully nude anyway. Those forest scenes, even though it was absolutely freezing.
That's why she was laughing so hard, because it was so fucking tiny.
I mean, again, you know, the guy's name is Lancelot. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
what
You
you
know
can
what?
do with it.
You
Yeah,
know what? We're
yeah.
getting way off topic.
Yeah, let's not
Let's just
not go there.
let's just get into the story. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask the two of you to jump in because
Sure.
you probably know more. But that opening sequence
Mm-hmm.
with the battle and it's kind of orange lit in the background
Yeah.
Yep.
is one of the best fantasy film opening sequences since well, I think the only one that did it better was the new Conan with the kid and the egg in his mouth killing the hill people.
I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
you Conan.
But that battle sequence in the dark where they're on horses and that was freaking superb. That was a great opening. And I believe it was
Absolutely.
Uther Pendragon
Yes.
was leading
Yep.
the fight there.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was
at that
that was
stage, yeah.
superb.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. It's just such a
And
great opening. Get going, please.
Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot what I was going to say now. It just sets the tone for the entire film. That dark, gritty,
Exactly.
the color palettes were. It just suited the three main acts of the film. You know, you got your beginning, which is sort of dark, and it sort of goes into bright, clean color, then back into dark.
Yeah.
And then that I know we haven't really spoken about the story yet, but even the last scene, and I remember talking to you about this last week, Hugh. You know, it just reminded me of a stage play.
Yeah.
The way it was framed, and it's just such a weird, surreal film. And I know we haven't got into it yet, really, but to me, I haven't watched any other King Arthur film that's been made since. I've seen snippets and turned them off because to me they're just dog shit, absolute dog shit.
You're right.
I saw Richard Gere and Sean Connery in First Night.
I've never seen.
Yeah, don't bother. The bits I saw was shit.
Did you see the bit where he ran through that gauntlet at the beginning?
Nah.
That was pretty cool because that looked like the ninja training camp from American Ninja. So I enjoyed that.
You're not selling
okay.
it to me.
Okay.
And the Charlie Hunnam King Arthur by Guy Ritchie. Shit.
Which one was that?
The latest King Arthur film.
I think that came out about 5 years ago or something.
Oh,
maybe a bit more now.
Is that with that fucker from Sons of Anarchy? Is that one?
Exactly. Charlie Hunnam. Yep.
Yeah, I think I saw the trailer and just went, yeah, no.
It's a piece
Don't
of shit.
care.
Hugh's right. It's detestable. It's one of the worst films I've seen that deals with. I mean, it's so bad that even when Hugh, as soon as he brought it up, I felt a bit of nausea because it's so fucking bad. It's such a great. I love Excalibur so much, and I love through this film, I love the Arthurian legend so much. I mean, I love it. Why haven't I fucking read it? But that was such a bad approach to that story.
Yeah, it was trying to make it. It was trying to make it realistic.
It was trying to make it realistic, but it was a film that it told you everything, and it showed you nothing. It was ugly. It like Ian, you know, straight off the bat, you've hit on the most important part of this. This film, in some ways, it's a unique film. Its look, its visual style is so.
It's this weird juxtaposition between reality and the myth.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
It's made by people who want to love the myth and want to get it across to the audience. And so they have great respect for it, and they're obviously trying to represent it as myth, as legend, as something heightened. You know, like the performances, The dialogue, everything is so over the top and extreme. The visuals are so kind of sumptuous and resplendent. It's sometimes it's
Mm.
blinding how the armor
Yep.
gleams like mirrors. It's just amazing. Like in
Uh,
preparation for watching the Odyssey, which I'm expecting to be, I don't have high hopes for it. Let's put it that way. I reread
Most
the
boring
Iliad.
trailer ever made.
Exactly. And see, that's the thing. I know they're not dealing with, the Odyssey is obviously much older than the Arthurian legend, but uh, the sense when you read the Homeric epics, the intensity of the visual description is
mm,
just amazing. That the armor is
Mm.
shining, like most of the description is very vivid and it's really strong. Like that, people will be like the armor will be described as like burning bronze. Shining like shining like burning bronze or whatever. It's really intense, and things are beautiful. And the Excalibur film is
you
like
get,
that. It's
yeah, you
beautiful.
get it.
Yeah, the
Mm.
intensity is so strong. And even that opening scene, which is dark, as you said, Peter, it's really dark. It's intense. It's sort of shadows and fire. And then Merlin emerges from
Mm,
this smoky, misty mountaintop. His shadow is kind of blasting through the fog. It just it sets up everything just so beautifully. If you're not into it in those first 2 minutes, you're not going to enjoy this
you're not
film.
going to enjoy the film. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just
Mm.
turn it off right there.
Mm.
So
Um,
the whole point of them attacking is basically to subdue that guy, right?
yes, and we don't get any backstory.
Yeah, yep.
It's
Which I
Uther, this
love. I
guy.
fucking love when we
Exactly. It
don't
just
have that
throws you
shit.
right into it.
We
Yeah,
do get a scroll
Yeah, yeah.
of
yeah,
It's like 3 or 4 lines.
yeah,
yeah,
It's
yeah,
yeah.
fuck all.
It's literally 3 or 4 lines. Yeah, it's like the land needs a king. A king needs a land.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's really straightforward.
yeah.
And then
Continue.
it's
I'm not going on.
well, Uther, we Merlin wanders through the mist, and he's played by Nicole Williamson, who steals the fucking show in every scene. He has the most amazing and
Mm.
eccentric voice.
He's a
And
I'm sorry. He's a hammy fucking cunt. But I love every fucking minute that he is on screen is
Yeah,
yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Just
exactly.
amazing. If you
yeah.
hate that guy as Merlin, you've got
Fuck
no
off.
heart. You've
Fuck
got
off.
no heart. Yeah.
Just fuck
Yeah,
right off.
this is
He's
probably the
another
best
fuck off.
film. I mean, we talked about him in last review because he was in Spawn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was in Spawn. Um, and this film suits him so perfectly because everyone is acting at a very high pitch. Let's call it's
Yeah.
hammy,
Yeah.
it's over the top, but because they're legendary figures, it kind of works. Like Uther,
Mm.
the first time you meet Uther, he flips open the
Oh.
visor of his helmet, and Merlin gives him some advice, like, oh, you got to make a truce. And he's like, I think he says, words are for lovers, Merlin.
Mm.
I just want to kill. He says something along those lines. And everything Uther says, he's played by Gabriel Byrne, and
Hmm.
it might be Gabriel Byrne's first film. I don't know, because he must be young. And he basically just barks everything he says. He snarls and barks. He's a brute. And his armor
Mm.
is black and it has these spikes on it. He's just a fucking war machine. And it's great. Everything he
Mm.
does, he doesn't, he's just an absolute fucking savage, this guy. And Merlin's job is to restrain him, keep him on a
Mm.
leash, to keep him under some sort of control. It's fucking awesome. It's great.
So he after this fucking brutal battle, and it is a brutal fucking battle. Every battle in this fucking movie is brutal. Jesus Christ.
Mm.
He and the dude that he's fighting, I can't remember the guy's
The
name.
Duke of something. I can't.
Duke of Cornwall. Duke of Cornwall.
Duke of Cornwall.
Yeah.
Okay.
They make peace, and the Duke of Cornwall basically kneels to Uther, and Uther says, "You can have this land," and blah blah blah. And then they go to the Duke of Cornwall's castle.
Wait, Hugh. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but just one thing. The reason the Duke kneels is because Uther produces through Merlin Excalibur, the sword of power.
That's right. Yes, that's
Mm.
right. I forgot the Lady of the Lake.
Exactly, because it happens so quick. It's like in the first
I
2 minutes.
forgot the Lady of the Lake scene where Uther he gets the Excalibur and she holds it up and he goes and gets it, and then he shows it.
It's really quick. It's really quick. As soon as he pulls it out, though, everyone knows what it is.
Everyone kneels.
Everyone understands.
He's the king, blah, blah, blah. They go to the Duke of Cornwall's castle, and they're all having this great feast, and then the Duke of Cornwall tells his bride, Igraine, to dance, and she does this kind of butterfly dance thing, and Uther Pendragon gets mega fucking horny. And it's almost like Wayne standing in front of the guitar store. She will be mine.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, she will be mine.
Yeah.
She will be.
It's such a good scene. It's like it happens. The idiot, the fucking Duke, he's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna have my wife dance for you.
Yeah.
All right, Uther, you might be king, but you're never gonna have a chick like this. And then Uther's watching her dance and he's like, I must have her.
And then these guys are trying to talk him down.
Truce. You forgot about the truce. He's like, I don't care. I must have her now.
And then the next scene is a fucking siege.
Yeah. That's a comedy. That's a comedy cut. He's like, I must have her now. And the Duke's like, ah. And then the very next scene, it cuts to a battering ram smashing against his castle gates. It's so
I wanted to see how they got kicked out of the castle. Can you please get up and leave?
They're flinging firing rocks at the walls, like what
and old
happened
mates fucking laugh at them.
The Duke's they're going, you're never gonna get in here. You're never gonna get my wife sucked in.
Yeah,
I'd love that. I'd love that line in Excalibur.
You can't. We're recording.
Sucked in.
That's right. It's an unexpected addition to the dialogue.
That's the director's cut. The Aussie director's cut. Oh, you're not gonna get me, fucking bitch, mate. Sucked in. Go fuck a kangaroo.
Yeah. No, it's so good. It's so good. Like, and then Uther's down there, and it actually looks really good too. Like, I know that's a real castle, and I know at some points it's just a matte painting, I think. But that in the siege, for what it is, it looks really good.
Then Uther goes to almost like a version of Stonehenge.
Yeah, that was which is just down the road.
Just down the road a bit.
Yeah.
And he asked Merlin, he's like, I must have her. And Merlin's like, no, you won't. Well, I must have her. And Merlin's like, well, if you have her, I get whatever comes out of it. And he's like, it's a deal. And then he falls asleep for some reason. And Merlin does his spell. And then he goes, go and have her. He makes him look like the Duke of Cornwall. And they lure the Duke of Cornwall out of the castle. And the Duke of Cornwall's been out of the castle for like 5 minutes. And he rides across the mist and goes up there. And the guys go, oh, the Duke's back. Yay for the Duke. And then he goes in there as the Duke of Cornwall because he's been masked by Merlin. And he goes to take Igraine. But Igraine and the Duke of Cornwall's daughter, Morgana, who is Morgan Le Fay, is just watching them. Fuck.
It's
Yes.
it's one of the best scenes in the film, I think, and
I
it's very
disagree.
creepy, it's very dark.
I disagree
He
because I've studied medieval history, and I know knights had to use the bathroom when they're in armor. He fucks her in his full armor.
yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, if your dick is out through the greaves of your leggings, you're cutting the legs while you're fucking banging
This
into
goes
her.
back to something that I think Ian sort of pointed out about this film is it's almost an expressionistic film. It's not necessarily that you know it's not to be taken literally a lot of the time, or at least that's the best way to enjoy it. You know?
I,
Because
I,
yes, you're right. He's fucking her in full plate armor, and somehow that he conceives a child
and
with that
it
process.
doesn't like cut her tits because he's got spikes coming out of his armor.
Well, this is. I think it's. Look, obviously, this it's to sustain the savagery and the violence of Uther, I guess.
I think Merlin was like, listen, I'll cast the spell of no titty cutting on your armor,
Mm,
and then you'll be good to go, mate.
yeah, basically, a wizard did it. Yeah,
Yeah, a
yeah,
wizard did it. Just
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I love that to get to the because to go from his that pseudo Stonehenge to the castle, Uther rides across this
the dragon's breath.
chasm. Yeah, and it's filled with fog, and Merlin's saying that's the dragon's breath, and Uther says to him, "Well, I can't ride off the cliff." Oh, and Merlin's like, "Your lust will keep you up,"
But yeah.
Yeah,
which is just such a
Yes.
great
So
line. Your
yeah.
lust will keep you up, and then he goes into the castle, um, and it's absolutely brutal. Morgana, the Duke's daughter, is crying because she has foreseen
she's
that her
seeing
dad
her
is dead.
father, and that's another thing as well. When the
Mm.
Duke of Cornwall attacks the camp, and he gets knocked off the horse, and he goes into those fucking spikes, and he's just
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah, he has such a
Mhm.
brutal, senseless, and undignified death. And as he's and the way, but the way that they put that scene together, he's got this horrifying death, so pathetic in a way. His daughter is crying and watching his mother be assaulted, I suppose.
Yeah,
And it's cutting between him dying and Uther orgasming, and the daughter watching that happen to her mother. And it's just brutal, and the fire is blazing in the background. It's so intense.
it's
It's
and
just
every time, like when the guy lifts his mask up, Uther
yeah.
lifts his mask up.
Mm.
Mm.
It's
And he has the spear
Mm.
sticking out through his plate armor, out of his
that's
chest, blood coming out.
that's how you edit a film.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Uther takes Igraine, and then when they bring the Duke of Cornwall's body back, Igraine realizes
Mm.
what's just happened. And
Mm.
then I think it cuts to her giving birth.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mm.
either giving birth or already having given birth. It's one of the two.
And then Uther storms in and he's like, is the child mine? And Igraine's like, what? No, it's my husband's. Wait, my husband's dead. Fuck you. What the fuck? What'd you do? Fuck. And then Merlin comes in and he's like, that, the kid's mine. Give me the kid. We
Mhm.
made the fucking deal, dude. Give me the fucking kid.
That bit's a bit confusing in a way because, like, first of all, I love the line. Like Uther comes in, he's still wearing his spiked armor, and he picks
Yeah.
up his child. It just makes him seem like such a fucking
Does he ever take
like a
that off?
barbarian.
I don't think he
No,
takes it
he
off in the
never takes
entire
off an
film.
armor.
No.
No, and he says to her, first of all, he tells Morgana his I guess stepdaughter, if they had such a concept in
Yeah.
in a medieval time. It's like out, out.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he says to Igraine, he goes, I know nothing of love. I only know how to butcher men, but I grow weary of battle. She's like, okay, he's like, I'm going to stay home and I'm going to become a stay-at-home dad. And then Merlin comes in and
Yeah.
goes, it is not for you.
You
Little
go to you
home
go
and
to work.
heart.
You go to work, sweetheart. You be a secretary. I'll stay at home with the kids.
Yeah, yeah. And Merlin's like, give me the baby, and he does. He swore an oath, so he gives it to Merlin.
The heartbreaking thing in that scene is when Merlin's walking out and you can just hear Igraine screaming, "Go after him!"
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's pretty intense actually. It's pretty brutal.
And
Like so
then,
much in the beginning of this.
but before Merlin leaves the castle, Morgana confronts him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. Are you the mother and the father of the baby,
Yeah, that's right.
Mailman?
Yeah, yeah. It's such a
She
good
just looks
line.
at her
Yes,
and
Morgana.
just looks at it, looks
I'm
at her
Merlin. I'm Merlin, the hermaphrodite.
and walks off.
But you can just tell the look she gives him. That kid, she gave him. She did that performance was pretty good. The
Yeah,
Hmm.
daggers she's giving him at that moment,
that
and you can
kid was
tell
a
he's like,
fucking
"Who the
awesome
fuck
actress.
are you?" Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, sorry, we can't say that now. It's got to be. They're all actors. We can't say actor, actress anymore.
Well, as far as the child actors in this film go, that is probably the peak.
That was the best.
There's
Oh
some.
no, the baby crying was pretty good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the baby crying.
Actually, the baby did a good job of grabbing Igraine's hair
Yes.
when the baby was being pulled away. She just grabs a
Fucking,
fucking handful.
I know, and it was like tearing her fucking
Hmm.
hair
Yeah,
out. That was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
amazing.
That must have just been a nice serendipitous coincidence, I guess.
Fucking film like the like Igraine was like, can we try that again but without the hair pulling? And the
Yeah,
director's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck no,
No.
we're keeping that one in.
Hmm.
So Merlin is walking through the forest with the baby. We know the baby is, of course, Arthur.
Mhm.
And he's being chased down by Uther.
Yeah, Uther changes his mind once his baby back.
Hmm.
And then I believe Uther gets ambushed at this point.
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Yeah.
bad luck. There's a bunch of assassins in the bushes.
And he gets killed. So the death of Uther Pendragon, and Merlin walks off with baby Arthur, and then we cut to
Well,
Wait,
before that,
Hugh.
Uther,
Yes.
Uther puts the sword in the stone.
oh, you're right. He
Yeah.
does put Excalibur in the fucking hell,
Hmm.
man.
Well, the only reason yeah, I love that moment. I think Gabriel Burns, I think he says nobody will have the sword but me,
Yeah.
something like
Wield the
that.
sword but me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And his delivery of that line and the way they create the effect of the sword going into the stone, it looks fucking cool. It looks fantastic. I believe that. I can believe that
Hmm.
sword is going into that stone. It just looks awesome.
And it's the
I mean,
sound as well.
yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah,
sound of the sword just going
yeah.
down into that thing was fucking great.
I mean, when the sword is actually in the stone and it's wobbling around
It's
like that,
wobbling.
it doesn't look so good. It doesn't look so great. But that moment when it's going in, they did a great job with
See,
that.
that's like a lot of my Aussie friends when they went to brothels and they tried to put the sword in the stone. It was just wobbling around.
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's an apt
Hmm.
analogy. Yes.
We
I
should
hope
make
you're
an
all watching.
Australian. We should make an Australian version of Sword in the Stone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Set in a Kingswood brothel.
Kingswood. Huh? Now you're really narrowing it down. I mean, now people know
Uh,
who you're talking about. You're basically outing
hmm.
people at this point.
I will. If I have to, I fucking will to get more likes.
Well, you've lost the Penrith crowd, that's for sure. They're reporting you.
Why didn't he mention our brothel in his video?
Yeah, you're doxing. Yeah.
I'm calling the government. The Blacktown brothels are better than the Kingsman brothels.
Yeah, let's not get into code wars here. But you're right. You were about to say, then we smash cut to like 20 years later. No, maybe
No, it's got
15
to
years or something.
be. I think he's about 16, 17, something like that.
Yeah.
And he's a squire for his brother,
His
or
brother Kay, his brother.
because yeah. Anyway, he's a squire for his brother, who is going to enter this tournament, and the winner of these rounds of this tournament gets to try and pull the sword from the stone.
Yeah. It's obviously it's around Easter apparently,
Yeah.
and there's a tournament every year where the winners of each bout or whatever they are gets an opportunity to try their hand at pulling the sword out of the stone, because whoever can do that will be
The King
declared
of
king.
England. The
And he's been
first, the thing that I have, the problem I have with this is it supposed to be a jousting tournament or just a fighting tournament? Because it seems like some people are on horses and some people are on foot, and you never quite know what is going on. But in defense of the film, the fighting is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like the sound design and the armor, they've done a fantastic job making it seem, making the knights seem like tanks, like the medieval equivalent of tanks.
Yep.
Everything sounds heavy and loud.
And when they score a hit, if it hits the armor, it's like cling, and then they don't really fall over or anything like that.
The first guy to win around, it's Patrick Stewart.
It's Patrick Stewart as a Lord Ungabunga. I can't remember his
name.
Yeah,
Ungabunga, whatever his name is. And he wins that.
Watching that, all I could think of was the Martin Malloy skit. Patrick Stewart in
McDonald's
the
drive-thru.
Yeah.
I'm Patrick Stewart, star of TV Star Trek: The Next Generation and host of the MGM documentary When the Lion Roars. Yeah, that's fine, sir. Can I have your order, please? Yes. Yes.
And that's so apt for this, because like everyone else, he is acting right up here.
I know, he's giving it his fucking all.
Super Shakespearean delivery, and he wins as you say, he wins the first round.
Can I just pause you there for a second?
Of course.
There's a British comedy show that it's not on anymore, but they used to have a things you wouldn't hear on Star Trek. And he goes, and this guy's pretending to be Patrick Stewart. He goes, "What's the fucking problem? I'm a classical Shakespearean actor, and I'm talking to the leader of the fucking worm people."
Well, he
is amazing in this fucking movie. He is amazing.
He's amazing. And the intensity he brings to the delivery of every line.
Even him trying to pull the sword out.
Yeah, that is hilarious. He's so hammy in that moment, and it's so good.
Yeah. I know, he's amazing in that moment.
You have never seen someone pretend to pluck a sword like this guy does. It's so good.
It's almost like he's one of those guys at Disneyland that wants to impress his girlfriend, because they do have that in Disneyland in America. They've got the sword and they let little kids pull it out. But when adults go to try it and the adults have to hammy it up a bit, they're like,
"Oh, that's great, man." Well, yeah, I was just going to say, he wins the weird, as you say, it's a kind of bizarro joust / melee.
I think the only thing I can think that references this was, and I'm not meaning to make light of the scene because I love this fucking scene to death, Do you remember in Cable Guy where they jousted, and when
Yes,
he
the
knocked him
Star
off,
Trek,
yeah, when he knocked
the
him off,
Star Trek, yes,
they
yeah.
got the hand weapons,
Mhm.
and the
Yes.
guy's like, "Just get on the fucking horse, buddy. I don't think he's kidding around." And then when he knocked Matthew Broderick off, and he was like, "It was like Kirk and Spock have to fight the." That's like, I think when you knock someone off on a joust, I don't know what the thing was like in medieval England, but when he knocked him off on a joust, he got off the horse and they got the hand weapons and
Mhm.
they just kept fighting. That's
Well, that's sort of shown throughout the film
yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Um,
But the
uh,
the Cable
the
Guy was
reference to
better.
Family, sorry, not the reference to Cable Guy is apt because this is one of the few films I've ever seen where the soundtrack is attached to a particular people. So
Yeah,
like when an army is marching with like O Fortuna playing,
yeah.
duh 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 duh, when it cuts to the other army, it's muted as if the army is exuding that song. You know what I mean? It's like I've never
Mm.
seen that in a film before, ever in my life, and it was so
It's
good.
it's
It's so
it's
good.
almost like they're playing it on ghetto
Yeah, yeah,
blasters,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then because they're so far away, they can just
yeah.
barely hear it.
They can barely hear the fucking
Yeah.
thing. And then you have
Mm.
Soundwave coming in going.
Oh God. Hey, actually, Hugh, can you hit pause for a
Hold on,
second?
let me find the pause button. Okay, 1, 2, 3, back in the room. So this is where we first meet Arthur, who
Mm.
is kind of the squire to his brother and his brother's father. They've come to this tournament, and his brother's father is telling his older brother, who's not really his older brother, that these are the rules and whatnot, and don't worry about the joust. The first time I got knocked off, it hurt, but blah blah blah.
By
And
the
as
way,
the,
Hugh,
Mm.
yep,
did you recognize his Arthur's let's say adopted father? Do you recognize him?
no,
He looks familiar. I couldn't pin it though.
Have you ever seen the show Keeping Up Appearances?
yes.
He's Mr. Bucket. He's Mr. Bucket.
Are you fucking kidding me?
hmm Yeah, I recognize him immediately.
Are
So I
you
like that show.
no fucking way, dude?
Yeah, it's
That's
His
crazy.
dad is Mr. Bucket. Yeah.
Did you ever see Keeping Up Appearances, Ian?
Oh, a long time ago.
She'd always answer the phone. Mrs. Bouquet, lady of the house speaking.
Yeah, exactly. I had a feeling you'd know it.
Oh my God.
And he also is the narrator later on when to skip ahead, when the Grail is talking
Yeah,
in the dream
Oh, is that
sequence.
him? Is it?
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
that I recognize. I
Okay.
recognize it was the same
Yeah, good
voice.
idea.
I didn't
hmm
realize it
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
Mr. Bucket.
yeah, Mr. Bucket. Whatever. I don't know his real name, but that was his standout role, obviously.
Holy shit burgers.
hmm
I've seen every episode of that freaking sitcom. My
It's a
mother
great
loved
show.
it.
I thought so. I thought that would be the case. Yeah.
It was between that and the show where Chris Barry worked in a like a recreation center.
No, I don't know that one. I don't
Like
know that
Chris
one.
Barry from Red Dwarf was
Yeah.
the manager of a rec center.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember what it was called though.
Can't remember what it's called, but that was one of
Mm.
the funniest freaking shows. I'm just going to do a quick aside here. There was an
Yeah.
episode, Luke, where there was a drug deal that was going to go down in this rec center. And in order to get in, one of the guys signed up for a squash tournament. And all of these people got murdered in the rec center. And Chris Barry's character, who was the manager, who's a fucking idiot, had no idea what was going down. But because of the people that opted out of the squash tournament, this assassin won. So when he was sentenced to life in prison for killing all these people in the rec center. This assassin came in with a trophy and he was like, "It was me. I've never won anything in my life, and I just wanted to say thank you."
That's beautiful.
I can't believe that was Mr. Bucket. I honestly can't believe it.
It added a layer of enjoyment for me to realize who that was.
I've got to rewatch Excalibur now, man. You've made me go back and rewatch it.
That's right, exactly. And he's great. He's good.
Yeah, he's freaking
really
awesome in that movie.
Yep.
So he admonishes Arthur because Arthur's left the sword in the tent. And Arthur runs back to the tent, but someone's stolen the sword, and he sees this little kid running off with the sword. And he does there's a lame chase scene that he basically smacks a blacksmith on the head as he's jumping over the thing to
thinks about stealing a sword.
He thinks about stealing the sword and whatnot, and then he gets to the stone and he sees the sword. And he's
just pulls the fucker out.
I'll just take this. And there's a sleeping priest.
Yeah, there's a priest of the sword. Some sort of priest of the sword, right? And it's a great line, like Kay, his brother, comes after him. He's like looking, trying to work out where's my sword. And he sees Arthur standing there with Excalibur that he's just plucked from the stone. And he says to his brother, "Hey, I can't find your sword, but here's Excalibur." And it's
which is really stupid, which is kind of dumb because that's why they're there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And then their dad rocks up and he's like, "Kay," he said, because Kay's now holding the sword. "Kay, did you pull the sword from the stone?" And Kay goes,
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I
didn't.
Yeah.
Arthur did.
Great. Yeah,
But
it's great. It's such a wholesome moment. It's beautiful.
What I love,
put the fucking sword back.
They make him put it back, and they pull it out and put it back and pull it out like he's jerking off Excalibur.
But it's great too because one of the serious knights, after Arthur puts it back, turns up and he goes, "No, I shall pluck it," and obviously he can't.
Yeah.
And it's just great because the intensity of that dude, whatever that guy's name is, I don't know his knightly name. He's so intense. You know the one I'm talking about, the angry guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Whoever the fuck he is, he's so good. And just sort of personifies how serious all this shit is for these dudes.
So Arthur pulls the sword out and everyone fucking kneels and shit. There's some people that don't like this fucking crap.
The angry guy, he's one of the first. He's like, no, who the fuck are you? You're some bastard.
Yeah.
We're not going to accept you as king. Oh, sorry, but I'm jumping ahead because, as you said, like, then Arthur, after he pulls it out, he's totally overwhelmed and bamboozled. He doesn't know what's going on.
He fucking runs off.
Not at first, because he has a great line. He says, the dad says to him, "Well, you're not really my son."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then Arthur goes, "You're not my father? Does that mean that Kay's not my brother?" And he's like, yeah. Actually, Merlin gave you to me, and blah blah blah. And then he's like,
"Who's this Merlin?" I am a Merlin.
Yep. Then Merlin appears, and like just the speed with which everybody gets up to speed. You know, it's just like, all right, we explain this in like 3 or 4 lines of dialogue. Great.
It's exposition 101, mate.
Yeah. But it doesn't feel clumsy because of the again, the heightened pitch of everyone's performance. And it's actually kind of a touching moment, like the stepdad going, "Look, you're not really my son, but I love you." It's kind of touching. It's got a bit of heart to it. It's not, it's not just exposition.
Could you
There's an
imagine?
emotional core to it.
Could you imagine Darth Vader going, "Luke, I am not your father." No.
There's nothing like that. Everyone just accepts it, rolls with it. Merlin appears. And then basically the knights have to decide, are they going to accept the result or are they going to
You
revolt?
can just imagine when Merlin walks off into the woods and Arthur's chasing him, and you can just imagine if that scene cuts to the other knights and they're like, "Dude, what the fuck is going on?" And they're like, "Dude, I don't know, but let's just go with it and see what the fuck happens because we've got speaking lines.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's just
Well-
fucking go with it." And
Well, what's so great
But they
about
don't.
that is
They all gang up on Patrick Stewart.
yeah,
He's the only
I think-
one that
Yeah.
goes nuts. I
and
Are you
I
with
love
us?
that.
You with us or you against us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Patrick Stewart is so great in that moment. He's like, everyone's like, "Well, Arthur, this bastard kid pulled this," and then Patrick Stewart is like, "I saw what I saw, and if a boy has been selected as king," it's just so good. He's just so into this. It's great.
And then Patrick Stewart turns to that knight, "Warp 6, number 1." And the knight's like, "The fuck are you talking about, dude?"
Yeah, I mean, that guy, he's just he nobody does what he does better than him. His delivery is just, oh my God.
He takes it so fucking seriously.
Exactly. He gives it a seriousness, even though he's hamming it up at the same time. And it's just so beautiful to watch. That's what you need for these Arthurian
Oh yeah,
legend
yeah.
stories.
That was the problem with Richard Gere in First Night. He wasn't taking it seriously. He was just like
Yeah.
having fun.
I
and
was just about to say something, but you'd have to edit it out.
"Oh, you talking about the gerbil?"
The gerbils.
I may have been. Maybe.
Yeah. But then, Merlin wanders away. Arthur follows after him and gets a weird kind of like Dagobah training sequence.
Yeah.
I actually looked it up because I was watching that scene and I was like, is this before The Empire Strikes Back or after? Because it was very Dagobah, I thought. I mean, obviously Merlin is not Yoda.
Before, yeah.
And it was a little bit, it had this, in the Lord of the Rings, like when he's in the forest and all the bugs and the reptiles are coming out of the ground. And it reminded me of the Fellowship of the Ring with the ring wraiths. Their presence draws out the insects and the critters. I thought it had a whiff of that about it.
Yeah.
But I think it was meant to signify that Merlin is not so much a wizard but a druid.
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Like this film does a really weird, but I think interesting contrast between the wizard and the druid and the pagan and the Christian. Obviously.
Yeah.
It's a bit choppy the way they do it. Like they just drop the Christian stuff in at times. But they definitely did that intentionally to contrast the pagan and the druid and the Christian and the Grail and so on and so forth. But yeah, I love that. I love that bit where Merlin is sleeping with one eye open and Arthur's becoming. He set off on his trajectory to become king. It's really quick. They have to do it really quick. It happens basically within 5 minutes.
And then he goes back. They all swear fealty to him.
Mhm.
And then I'm probably missing a part here, but the
Hmm.
Duke of Cornwall's, no,
Mm-mm.
Patrick Stewart's castle
Patrick Stewart's
He's under
castle is under
siege.
siege.
is
Yep,
under
from
siege.
the opponents of King Arthur.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
King Arthur rallies the men and they go to his rescue,
Yep,
which
he
is,
breaks the siege
yeah,
basically,
he basically
almost
breaks the
single-handed.
siege. He sees Guinevere for the first time.
Yes, Guinevere
Hmm.
is Patrick Stewart's daughter.
Daughter.
Yeah.
And
My God,
there's,
why does this always happen? Why do my lights go out whenever we do these reviews? Here we go.
and then after the siege is kind of broken, he jumps off of the wall onto that main bad guy and they fight in the river.
Hmm.
And then the bad guy ends up swearing fealty to him.
Because he gets
Yeah,
him to knight him. Because he
Yeah.
says,
Yes,
That-
yes, he
I'm
says,
not, I'm not going to yield to a squire.
Yep.
He goes, you're right. I'm not a knight. You serve. Oh fuck! Just on the tip of my tongue. Then
He
So,
hands him
blah
Excalibur.
blah blah. Yep. Urians.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he hands him Excalibur and he says, knight me, and then we will.
Yep.
I think that's a great scene. That's a great moment.
It is a good scene.
It's pretty
For sure.
cool.
He jumps off the battlement,
Yeah.
knocks the other guy off the horse, puts the sword to his throat,
Mm.
says, "Look, you surrender to me." And he's like, "What? Me, a knight, surrender to you?" And then he gives him the sword, so he could obviously kill Arthur in that moment, and he just respects his valor and courage so much
Mm.
He's just,
that he just
And
gives
you hear
him and
that
knights
in the
him.
background. Keep it, Urian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, it's kind of got that, it's again, it's a Lord of the Rings thing in a way. It's like, it's the one ring, it's the sword of power. Keep it, use it to your advantage,
Mm.
and it's got that sort of seduction to it.
But the best
But
part
he-
of that scene was where Merlin was watching, going, "What have you done?"
Yeah. Well, he goes, I haven't seen this. What's this?
Yes.
So it's like the shit that Arthur can come up with even surprises Merlin, which
Yeah.
shows that he's the guy that you need to be king.
Now, after this scene, things get a little fuzzy for me, so you guys are going to have to fill me in.
Okay.
Well,
So they celebrate the union of everybody. You know, he hangs out with Guinevere
this
for a
is
bit.
where, this is where he sees
And
Guinevere.
Merlin, Arthur tells Merlin that he loves Guinevere, and he references
there's that
Uther
stupid
again.
dance sequence where
Oh,
they're
another,
beating each other up.
that's
And
right.
that's-
He pulls his stitches, and
Yeah,
the
that's
great thing
right.
about that is,
yeah,
like, Arthur starts talking about romance and loving Guinevere, and Merlin's just like, "Fuck, no, you
oh, not
dickhead."
again, fuck.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen this once before with your dad, motherfucker. It ain't gonna end.
pretty
well.
much.
This is
It
Western
took me
Sydney shit, mate.
nine moons to recover. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure that the next thing is it does that weird time jump that it doesn't really flag. And his army is marching somewhere. We don't know where. We don't know who they're fighting. They have to cross a bridge, and Lancelot is
Yes.
guarding the bridge.
Lancelot of the
Hmm.
Lake.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. This guy with this
See, and
silver
you get no
armor.
real backstory of him either. You get a little bit when he's talking shit to Arthur,
Yes. Yeah.
but not much. Not much.
Mm-hmm.
He's just this
And
punsy knight that
isn't he
with a
what?
really
And
hot ass.
he's
He's
beautiful. He's the prettiest man you've ever seen.
I won't yield to anyone who can defeat me in battle.
Yeah.
I do like their dialogue though. Like Like first you see
Yeah.
all the knights coming back that have tried their hand at beating Lancelot. They've all been bested. And so Arthur's like, oh, fuck it, I'll do it myself. He goes over.
Can I
And then,
stop you there for a second?
Yeah.
Labyrinth did it better.
How so? I don't know what you mean.
In Labyrinth, they're trying to cross the Bog of Eternal Stench, and there's a bridge, and Sir Didymus, and he says,
yes.
"None shall pass without my permission."
Permission.
And Jennifer Connelly's character, Sarah, well, can we have your permission? Yes.
That's great. That is awesome. That's one we should consider actually.
That is definitely,
Yes.
that is going to be a Hugh pick for sure.
But I do love the exchange where he says, Lancelot says, none have bested me in single combat. And then Arthur's like, you lack a knight's humility. That is
That's a wild boast.
And then Lancelot goes, not a boast, sir.
So,
it's a curse.
what a curse.
It's such a great line. And it's a fantastic fight. It's the Excalibur fights are slow and sluggish and heavy.
Yeah, there's no finesse or, typical choreograph.
Yeah.
Drawn out sword fighting scenes, which is good.
You can honestly tell these actors, the director's like, all right, cut, let's do it again. And they are so fucking tired. And they're just like, oh.
Fuck. The editing is somewhat iffy at times. Like suddenly the backgrounds will change and somebody will be stumbling through mud and then the next second they're in a bunch of trees. It's just weird. But that particular fight is pretty good. It's pretty good. And essentially Arthur he would have lost, but he calls upon the power of Arthur is fucking charged in this fight. And Lancelot calls him out. He's like, you, sir, you have let your rage get the best of you. You would kill a man.
Oh, fuck. This is one of the
stupidest
scenes.
Who is not your enemy.
Yeah. He goes berserk. And then he calls upon the power of Excalibur to win, which
breaks
Excalibur. Arthur, but breaks Excalibur. And then I don't think I imagine this is not in the I don't know.
No.
But he breaks the sword because he misused it. And then the Lady of the Lake makes her worst appearance in the film because she looks fucking ridiculous in this moment. And she restores Excalibur for him.
She doesn't restore it. She gives him a new one.
Yeah. She gives him a new Excalibur.
So technically, he could get the old Excalibur in the pieces and get someone to reforge it. And then he's like wielding two Excaliburs.
Yeah, that's the weird thing because he breaks the Excalibur and he's just like, fuck it, and just throws it away. Should have hung on to that thing. And then, but the Lady in the Lake, her appearance in that particular moment as just a smiling blonde woman under the water is iffy, I think.
Yeah.
It's a bit iffy.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
But the end result is Lancelot wakes up and he's like, well, this is the best day of my life. I've got my ass kicked. I swear to be your champion. And then the very creepy moment, creepy is the wrong word, but he kisses King Arthur's sword. And it's just a little...
The angle of the shot
and the
is
sound of
like...
There's a little bit of tongue as well.
Yeah, there's a little bit of tongue.
Yes. I will kiss your shaft.
Yeah, it's a bit... It's very clear what they were trying to say, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
We're not even halfway through this fucking movie, dude. I think we might have to pick this up next week. I think this is going to be a part one, part two thing.
We can kind of we could.
The very next scene is Lancelot. Basically, the land is united. They win, and the
Because they have like some last battle or some shit, and they're
Yeah, you
talking
don't even
shit,
know
and
what
then
They're in a
exactly.
circle,
Yeah.
and
In a
King
circle.
Arthur gives the stupidest fucking speech ever. He's like,
Hmm.
"We're all round. I'm going to make a round table, and
I
around
shall
the
build
table,
a
I'll make a hall,
round table
and
and a
around
hall
the
around the table.
and around the hall, I'll make a castle." Um, you've conquered
Yeah.
how many fucking castles, dude? Just take one of them and put your fucking
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Just take
castle in
one.
there. Like,
And Merlin's
Okay,
speech is
here's a
even
question for
worse.
you. Here's a question for you. So at that point, Camelot hadn't been built.
no.
Am I
That's right.
correct?
Yep.
That's right. That's the
Right.
impression the
So
film gives. Yeah.
okay, because going back to the jousting bit when they're trying to pull the sword out of the stone, they're chanting Camelot. Are they not? Or
I
did I
was
mishear
confused by
that?
that. I rewound that a couple of times because I thought the same thing. And I'm not
Hmm.
sure. Because it certainly sounds like, especially Patrick Stewart, it sounds like he's saying
Yes,
Camelot.
saying Camelot. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't
If,
understand.
okay,
Unless
so if we decide to do this as a two-parter, which we, by the sounds of things, we will,
We're gonna have
maybe
to.
our homework for this week coming is to try and find a copy of the script
yes, okay, for
just to
sure.
see if he's saying Camelot, because that makes no sense to me. Like,
Yeah.
Hugh, I mean, you've read the book.
Yeah.
Where does Camelot come into it?
Around this point.
It does. Okay, so then if he's
Yeah.
saying Camelot
That
years and years
Yeah.
before, what the fuck's going on?
Because Camelot is a kind of paradise, isn't it? It's like a
it's the
gold and
Silver
silver
City.
city. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It's the Vegas of medieval England.
So then,
Vegas.
so then, using that analogy, um, is Camelot something that's always been, you know, just say Christianity for example, heaven. So that's always a thing in their mind. So is the idea of becoming king and wielding Excalibur then lead into them being able to create Camelot? Does that make sense? And it's just
Okay.
like one of the do you know what I'm getting at?
I
Yeah, I know what
think
you're talking about.
I think what the point of it is or at least what Excalibur is getting at is
Mm.
when they're all standing around in that circle after the victory,
Mm.
and King Arthur is seeing the circle as all of them being equal, and then
Yes.
he proposes the round table. So they would be the Knights of the Round Table. And then he says, we'll make a hall,
Mm.
we'll make a castle around the hall. I don't think it's this heavenly thing. I think it's a view of everyone is equal, but the movie just goes about it in a really bad way. Because if you
Mm.
knew how long it took to build a castle in medieval England,
Oh, yes.
it's
I
not going to
don't, but
happen.
I'm
It's
assuming it
not
was
going to
a
happen
long
in
time.
5 years.
Well, it's
Mm.
definitely it's kind of a Xanadu situation where
Yes. Yeah.
the rightful king has been restored to power, therefore everything is a right, and the world is renewed.
Yeah.
That's the
Mm.
basic idea. So like everything that comes during this period is idyllic, until the rot sets in, which is the second half of the story, I suppose.
Yeah. Do you want to keep going for a little bit, or do you want to cut it off there and work on the second half next week?
I'm happy to, yeah, if you want to take a break and we will come back to this in part 2, count me in.
Yeah.
Because
Fuck, why not?
yeah, because I think I think Ian picked a two-parter for.
I'm happy to do a two-parter. Like there's
And
so much.
I haven't even really started on why I actually really like this fucking movie.
Exactly,
There we
exactly. There's
go.
so much more to say. At the beginning, I thought this would be quite straightforward, but yeah,
It's
it's
not. It
Mm.
is
no.
not straight.
No.
It's a fucking fantastic film. Don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
Oh,
but it
it
is
was
not.
absolute blast watching it again.
It is not a straightforward fucking movie.
Yeah, I watched it twice
Oh,
in
fuck no.
preparation for this. Actually, I,
Couldn't
I
do it.
Mm.
I had to watch it over 2 nights.
yeah. Well,
No,
it's a long film. It could have been much longer, and I would have been happier.
I wish
But it is a long
I
film.
wish it was. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thought from memory, because I hadn't seen it for quite a long time. I looked at the back of the DVD thing, and it's just over 2 hours. I honestly thought it went longer.
Yeah, 2 hours 20.
Yeah, 2 hours 20. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it realistically, it's at a breakneck pace in terms of the story that's telling. I mean,
Yeah.
we've moved
That's
through a lot of territory
that's the
really
thing.
quickly.
That's the thing, dude. It goes at a breakneck pace, but when you're trying to explain it, you can't
Mm.
explain it at a breakneck pace.
No, because I think that's part of the pleasure of the film is that the intensity of everything, the visuals, the delivery, the conflicts, they are all so over the top
Yeah.
that you have to kind of
Mm.
unpack some of that experience to get across what actually happens in the film.
So
I mean, like
no,
Can,
we've
no,
left
go.
stuff
can
out.
any of you before we finish up, I suppose, can any of you remember the chant of making?
Uh,
I do.
I
I
Latu Verada
actually
Nectu or
do.
something.
You remember it?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just clearing my throat.
You fuckwit.
Hey, that's a Spaceballs reference, dude. I'm not a fuck, but that's awesome.
I know.
Ian, how does it go?
Anal Nathrak Ufwas Pithad Duki LDMB.
Fuck me,
Excellent.
dude.
Did you notice I
Anal
did it while I was
Nathrak.
having a drag?
Yeah, I did. Now do it while you're having a drink.
The breath of the dragon. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, try it as you're having a drink, mate.
See, is do is Anal Nathrak? I looked it up. Apparently, it is legitimate Gaelic.
Gaelic or Welsh?
It could be Welsh, actually. It could be Welsh. And it means something like "Oh dragon, send your power," or something like it's a legitimate phraseology.
I was wondering that way while watching it. Where do they get that little limerick from?
Yeah, because
There once was
this
a
is an
man
interesting
named
thing.
Enos. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. See,
I'm thinking of
see,
the Mal Meninga limerick, but anyway.
yeah, that's right. I mean, this is it's in its first iteration, right? Like the Arthurian legend is a pre-Anglo-Saxon,
Mm,
like it's a Celtic legend originally, right?
yep.
Where a Celtic king fights. So we're talking about like what, 4th century or something?
Third or fourth, yeah.
Yeah. So in the film, they've done this interesting thing of blending it into. I mean, maybe that would like the Christian stuff, like the Grail and so on. Is all of that like a later, like 12th century imposition? Is
Yep.
that what's happened?
Yep.
Okay. And
Because they
obviously the
didn't have that
filmmakers here.
style of armor or anything
No, that's right. Like
back in the day.
obviously, yeah, exactly. And either way, it's a if you compare it to say Lord of the Rings, like Lord of the Rings was Tolkien's attempt to create an Anglo-Saxon mythology. but this is a precursor to that, obviously. And I just think that the richness of it is just, it's a wonder to behold. And the filmmakers, John Borman,
Mhm.
he's obviously taken this so seriously, very seriously. And you can feel that when you watch this. This isn't a guy who's flipping about it. And we would never get something like this today. Like, no
Oh,
one
fuck
would
no.
ever treat this kind of
Fuck
mythology
no.
with this level of.
I would love to see, at the same time at the cinema going head to head, Michael Bay's Excalibur and Tim Burton's Excalibur.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's the desolation that we're confronted with
Because
today.
if you like, Tim Burton's Excalibur would have the dragon forefront and center. Michael Bay's Excalibur would just have the knights exploding for no fucking reason.
Yeah, I think one of the things you can take away
I'm
from
going to
this is,
restrain myself and not have a rant about Michael Bay.
yeah.
How
No, I
about
think
Because I'm at the point now. I'm at the point now. I've had enough to drink that I could quite easily do it, but
how
I'm
about
restraining myself.
how about Excalibur, where King Arthur is played by Vin Diesel?
Ah,
he might
And
as well have
he's
been in
his
the.
horse.
it couldn't be any worse than what they've already done.
He's
No, that's true.
his horse has fucking wheels on it, and he's driving him over fucking cliffs and shit.
Hey,
Uh,
that Charlie
yeah,
Hunnam
they
version,
could really
that
fuck
might
it,
as well
couldn't
have
they?
been that. But look, whether hell freezes over and we don't get a chance to do part two,
Oh, we're doing
what I
part
would
two.
say is,
We're
I
fucking
know,
doing part two, dude.
but no matter what, I want to say this. This is the version that I would want to show to my kids to introduce them to the Arthur legend. Let's put it that way.
It's
I
the
think
only one out there, as far as I'm
exactly.
concerned, that would be
Yeah.
worth a pinch of shit.
Yeah.
I have yet to see Sir Gawain and the Green Knight,
hmm
but
is that an anime? Is that animation or is that
no, it's a live action.
okay?
But
Is it a kid? Is it a kids film or is it
no,
a
it's a adult
okay?
adult action.
No,
But for me, I'm going to agree with both of you. Like, this is the Arthurian legend on film. Like, this is
Yeah.
it. This is the one.
yeah,
I know they took some liberties. I know that they altered, and I think that's fine. I think it's fine to do that as long as you have a respect for the source material at the heart of what you're doing.
Which they
Yeah.
do. I don't think they go.
Mm.
They don't stray from the stories. They just condense the stories.
Yeah.
Into a single narrative.
And they treat
Mm.
it so reverently in terms of the execution, like the performances, the set pieces, the visuals, everything is an honor of the source material. There's no sense of like, I'm taking this source material to tell a story that's mine.
Yeah.
It's just such a tribute.
So,
and it's so good. It's so great.
So what we're going to do, you little Plaguelandians out there, is we're going to leave it here for part one, because this actually deserves a part two where we get into some of the more fucked up parts of this story. But we are going to end it on Arthur and his knights in a circle, talking about creating the round table, creating the hall, and creating Camelot. And when we are going to leave it there. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. You've heard our last comments on this movie. It's a fucking masterpiece. Go out and watch it for yourselves, and stick around for part two of Excalibur in the next episode of Watch a Fucking Movie, people.